War. War never changes. Among the countless suits of power armor scattered across the wasteland, few carry a story as heartbreaking as the Ranger power armor. Unlike the T-45, T-51, or X-01, this armor wasn't forged before the Great War. It was born long after the bombs fell. During the early years of the new California Republic, NCR soldiers lacked the resources to manufacture their own suits. Instead, they stripped captured Brotherhood power armor of its servos and internal systems, turning them into heavy makeshift armor that ordinary soldiers could wear. But as the Republic grew into one of the most powerful nations in post-war America, its engineers began creating something entirely their own. The Ranger power armor, a rare post-war design seen almost exclusively on the West Coast. Despite being considered a makeshift design, the armor proved remarkably effective, rivaling even the legendary T-51 power armor in protection. While this particular recreation isn't intended to perfectly match the version seen in the television series, it captures the spirit of an NCR-built suit designed for Rangers who would carry justice far beyond California's borders. The armor itself offers only a handful of paint schemes, but its true strength lies in its customization. Each limb and torso can be outfitted with numerous accessories, allowing Rangers to tailor the suit for reconnaissance, combat, survival, or intimidation. Every modification changes not only its appearance, but also provides practical advantages in the wasteland. But the armor's greatest story isn't found in its upgrades. It's found inside an old forgotten terminal, a terminal belonging to NCR Ranger Connor Walsh. The first entry is dated May 13, 2285. Connor writes that he has finally reached the Commonwealth after an exhausting journey from the West Coast. He explains that his grandfather once lived here before moving to California many years ago. That family connection was enough to convince Connor to cross nearly the entire continent. With little more than determination and his Ranger power armor, he built himself a small shack overlooking a pre-war power station. Not much, but enough to call home. Months later, winter arrived. Connor writes that the Commonwealth's cold is unlike anything he experienced back west. His shack barely kept the freezing winds outside. He worried that another blizzard might finish him before anything else could. To make matters worse, he admits he hasn't been feeling like himself. At first, he blames the cold. He has no idea something far worse is already growing inside him. Just a few months later, his fears become reality. A doctor in Diamond City delivers devastating news: cancer. Connor isn't surprised. Years earlier, he had worked recovery operations in Shady Sands after the nuclear blast. His Ranger power armor protected him from much of the radiation, but not enough. Even the strongest armor cannot stop every invisible enemy. Knowing his fate, Connor begins preparing for the inevitable. Then comes his final terminal entry. By now, he's barely able to leave his bed. Simple tasks like cooking have become exhausting. He writes that he hates waiting to die, that if he had the strength, he would rather go out fighting, maybe by destroying a slaver camp, maybe sacrificing himself for people he'd never meet. Anything would be better than dying slowly. Then, Connor leaves behind one final message, not for the NCR, not for his family, but for whoever finds him. Don't let the armor die with me. Use it to bring justice to this place. Use it to build something greater than the NCR could ever be. Those would become the final recorded words of NCR Ranger Connor Walsh, born September 15, 2236, died in 2287, far from home, far from California, far from the Republic he spent his life serving. When the sole survivor eventually discovered the lonely shack, they found Connor exactly where he had expected to be. His journey had come to an end. Instead of leaving another forgotten body to decay, the sole survivor gave the old Ranger something the wasteland rarely offers: a proper burial. His body was finally laid to rest, but his mission didn't end with him. His armor lived on, a silent reminder that sometimes the greatest heroes aren't remembered by history. They're remembered by the people who choose to carry their legacy forward. And somewhere out there, An old NCR Ranger can finally rest, knowing his final wish came true.